Hi everyone, welcome back to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Math Concept with Teacher Beth. Now for this video, we'll be talking about P6 Tao Nan 2022 Prelim Paper 2 question 17. So let's start. Now as you can see from the question, this is actually testing us on circle. So let's start to interpret the question. So two identical wheels with center P and Q are 264 cm apart. Now if you look at the figure 1 here, it seems like the distance is not from P to Q. So please take note that the distance they are mentioning is actually from P to Q, not just from this point to this point. Okay, take note on that. So they did mention that it's from the center of the circle. Okay, now figure 1 shows the wheel turn along straight line CD towards each other, so they are moving towards each other. Okay, now after each wheel makes 6 complete turns, so they touch each other as shown in the figure 2 here. So I break this question into 2 parts. So first they ask us about the radius of each wheel, that will be 2 marks. Next they ask us about the perimeter of the shaded part in figure 2. Now both questions we have to take pi as 22/7. Okay, so once we interpret the question, then we can identify that this question is testing us on circle concept. Okay, so let's start to implement the step to solve them. Now there's a few definitions I think we have to take note and understand. The first thing is called complete turns. Now when a circle make a complete turns, this means that it actually complete a perimeter of a circumference of a circle. Okay, so for example, if this is a circle, so this is a starting point, so we're going to move 1 round. So this is what we call a 1 complete turn. So 1 complete turn will give me 1 circumference of a circle. So if each wheel is make 6 complete turn, so this means that 1 wheel will actually roll 6 circumference of a circle. Okay, this one you have to take note. So if there's 2 wheels moving towards each other, each makes 6 complete turns, that means that we're going to have 12 circumference of a circle. Okay, so take note that the formula for circumference of a circle is pi times diameter, or 2 pi r. Okay, now we know that from the center of the circle P to the other center of circle P, the distance will be 264 cm. Since let's talk about the number of complete turns. So number of complete turns. Now in this case we want to look at 2 wheels. Okay, so 2 wheels will be 6 times 2, so we're going to get 12 complete turns. Okay, now I want to find what is the circumference of a wheel. So what you do is you take 264, which is the distance traveled by the 2 wheels until they meet. Then we divide it by 12. So we can press with our calculator. So we take 264 divided by 12. You're going to get 22 cm. Now this is based on the circumference of 1 circle. Okay. Then next, let's recall our formula. So we're going to have pi times diameter, or we can use 2 times pi times radius as a circumference of the circle. Okay, so in this case I'm going to use this formula because I want to find the radius. So we have 2 times pi, in this case is 22/7, so I put 22/7 times radius, so this must give me 22. Okay, now in order to get to my radius, what I need to do is I need to take 22, I need to divide by 2, I also need to divide by 22/7. So this one you can press with your calculator. So you just take 22 divided by 2, then we divide by 22/7. So you're going to get 3, just write it properly. So you're going to get 3.5 cm as the answer. Okay, so 3.5 cm. Now, I will explain to you how I check whether 3.5 cm actually makes sense later. So let's move on to part B. Now, our job now is to find the parameter of the shaded part in figure 2. So what I will do is I will just do some highlighting. Now, from here to here and here to here, these two will be two quadrant arc, right? So two quadrant arc, if I combine it together, it will give me circumference of a semicircle. Now, we can find the circumference of semicircle. What we do is we just take the circumference of a circle, we divide by 2. So I'll take 22, I will divide by 2, so this will give me 11 cm. Okay, now in part A, right, we actually found out that the radius is actually 3.5, and we have two radius here to take into consideration. So what I mean is, let me just change it to another color to highlight. So from here to here, we need to actually take into consideration. So if I have to draw out this outline, it will be this and this. So this will be shaded. Okay, so here, right, will give me 3.5 times 2. So these two will give me semicircle circumference. Okay, so with this, we can start to calculate what is the parameter. So parameter will be taking the circumference of a semicircle, then we add 2 radius. So this will give me 18 as the answer. Okay, so that's all for part A and part B. So now I'm going to try to inspect my solution. Okay, so to inspect my solution, what I will do is I will be testing out whether 3.5 is the answer. So let's do a check. Okay, so if I'm going to reverse calculate, so I'm going to find what is my circumference of a circle. So I'm going to use 2 times pi times radius. So it will be 2 times 22 over 7 times 3.5. So with this, we can press with our calculator. So 2 times 22 over 7, then I multiply by 3.5. So I will get 22 cm. So it already matched to the circumference of a wheel. So if you want to do a further check, you can take 22 times. Now we know that there will be 12 complete turns, so it times 12. So 22 times 12, so I'm going to get 264 cm. So it actually matched to one of the figure in the question. So I know that definitely I'm correct. Okay, so also don't forget to check on whether you actually make any calculation mistake, transfer error, and whether you answer to the question, because sometimes we may not answer to the question, so that's why you have to read the question carefully. Okay, so that's all for this question. So let me just bring this up. So don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel, Conceptual Thinkers. Subscribe to the channel. Then you can follow us on our Facebook, Conceptual Thinkers, Mathematics and English Hub. And also can follow on our TikTok channel, Conceptual Thinkers SG. So that's all for this video. Feel free to share any question that you have and put in the comments box below, and we will get back to you. So see you in the next video. Bye.